Today is the 9th day of the 9th month in the 9th year of Channel Group, October 14, 2021. To begin our day, let's offer our respect and gratitude to our Heavenly Parent and to parents of heaven, earth, and all humankind. 현지인 참 부모님께 경배 바로 let us recite Family Pledge number 1. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges to seek our original homeland and build the kingdom of Heavenly Parent on earth and in heaven, the original ideal of creation by centering on true love. 2. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges to represent and become central to heaven and earth by attending the Heavenly Parent and true parents. We pledge to perfect the beautiful family way, filial sons and daughters in our family, patriots in our nation, saints in the world, and divine sons and daughters in heaven and on earth by centering on true love. 3. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges to perfect the 4 great realms of heart, the 3 great kingships, and realm of the royal family by centering on true love. 4. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges to build the universal family encompassing heaven and earth, which is Heavenly Parent's ideal of creation, and perfect the world of freedom, peace, unity, and happiness by centering on true love. 5. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges to strive every day to advance the unification of the spirit world and physical world as subject and object partners by centering on true love. 6. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges to become a family that moves heavenly fortune by embodying the Heavenly Parent and true parents, and to perfect a family that conveys heaven's blessing to our community by centering on true love. 7. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges through living for the sake of others to perfect a world based on the culture of heart, which is rooted in the original lineage by centering on true love. 8. Our family, the honor of Channel Group, pledges having entered the era of Channel Group to achieve the ideal of Heavenly Parent and human beings united in love through absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience, and to perfect the realm of liberation and complete freedom in the kingdom of Heavenly Parent on earth and in heaven by centering on true love.
And now for the opening prayer, may invite the Officer of COR, Ms. John Olive Gawek.
Let us pray. Mighty to your most beloved Heavenly Parents, giving us another day to live, another opportunity. Thank you for giving us this day. We pray, Heavenly Parents, that whatever message that we received this morning, please grant us your wisdom through our speaker today. May you be with us as we learn your words from the nation leader. I'm praying that the words today would give us the inspiration as something to reflect on throughout the day to always be with us. Thank you once again for the report and pray. My name is the second generation member of the Central family, Jew.
Ju, thank you so much for the prayer. Now let's have our individual prayer. Aju, aju, aju. Okay, good morning, Heavenly Parent and true parents. Good morning, leaders, to our national leader, elders, brothers and sisters. Good morning. I am Abigail Estayani. I am the Secretary General of YSP San Pablo chapter, and I will be your MC for today's morning devotion. And now for the Hundok reading, I invite the IAYSP President of Region 3 chapter, Miss Jayon Sagiura. Let's welcome her with a virtual applause. Miss Jayon Sagiura. Okay. Hello po. Si Ate Jayon Manabat, rather.
Okay, let us please join me as we read The Mother of Peace, a memoir by Hakcha Moon. I came into this world as the only begotten daughter. Continuation. My mother could not help but think hard about my father's unexpected request. While she has been living with the sole purpose of meeting the Lord as the second advent, she actually did not know what she would do when she met him. Her husband's request tore her into two. Would it be better to stay here and walk the unknown path of God's will? Or should I elect to live as an ordinary housewife? She pondered these things and then made up her mind. I will not succumb to the communist persecution, she said. I will stay here and continue to walk the path of faith to receive the Lord. My father was dumbfounded, but he left as he had determined to do. My mother was not the only person to remain in the north out of faith that Jesus was going to appear there. Pyongyang was called the Jerusalem of the East. The Christianity was in full bloom there. It was a holy place where churches were making preparations to receive the Messiah at the second coming. Through mainstream Christians said he would come on the clouds. The spirit-led groups in Pyongyang believed he would come in the flesh. My mother, along with my grandmother, believed that completely. They were now attending the New Jesus Church, one of the most fervent churches in the city. My mother resolved to remain in Pyongyang and continue her mission as a member of the faithful household of the Messiah. Though my father did his best to fulfill his duties as husband and father, God's providence broke up our family in the end. Watching him as he left through the gate, I thought, this will not be the last time I see my father. However, I was wrong. That was the last time I saw him. Except for when I was very young, I lived my life without my father, Han Sung-un. Sometimes I would wonder where he was and what he was doing, but I never set out to find him. This was because of the words I had heard from my grandmother and my mother from the time I was a little girl. Your father is God. I grew I grew up knowing those words to be the unchanging truth. Since I was born as God's daughter, I firmly believe He is my true father. That is why I did not harbor any hurt over my father's departure. I was molded from my conception to be the true mother who would devote her life to God's purpose. I see everything from that perspective. The Japanese colonial rule and Korean War, my childhood full of hardships, my family consisting of my maternal grandmother and mother, the Christian love that enveloped us today and night. I treasure it as a growing period designed by heaven. When all is said and done, my father played an essential role. I later learned that my father dedicated his life to education in South Korea, teaching in more than 16 schools over a period of 40 years and retiring as a principal. He was peacefully taken into God's embrace in the spring of 1978, and a long time later, when our unification movement was building its international headquarters in Chongpyong Lake, I learned that my father had taught at the Miwon Elementary School in the village of Sora, a few kilometers from our complex. As I live at this location now, I take it that God's plan was to unite my father and me together in the end. God calls those whom He chooses on the foundation of 6,000 turbulent years of God's providence. History, the only begotten daughter, came to this earth. Innumerable people waited impatiently, ignorant of what it was they were waiting for, having no concept of the only begotten daughter from the teaching of the world's religions. It was my husband who discovered that for God to bring forth His only begotten daughter, He needed to find a nation that had endured injustice for over 5,000 years and was now filled with devout Christians. That nation is Korea. From ancient time, Koreans loved peace and wore white clothing out of reverence for God and their forebears. The spirit of filial piety, loyalty, and chastity, which are the fundamental virtues of human life, lives and breathes in the history of Korea. Moreover, historically speaking, Korea is a place where the world's religions have borne fruit. Even though its history of Christianity is not long, God chose it as the nation and the people to whom He would send His only begotten daughter. Father Moon realized that God would work through a family in which the hearts of 3 generations of only daughters were connected in sacrificial faith. The Holy Spirit guided Father Moon to discover this in the Bible. No one else saw it. As these conditions were fulfilled, only then could the Mother of Peace, destined to bring about a peaceful world, be received on this earth. Aju.
Aju. Thank you so much po, Ate Jayan, for that inspirational reading. And now to share his 10 points of gratitude, let us welcome the IAYSP Officer of Bohol, Mr. Patrick Mumar. Let's welcome him with a virtual applause.
To our heavenly parent, our true parents, Chinilgok leaders, Chonbu families, blessed families, elders, brothers and sisters, good morning. Allow me to share my 10 points of gratitude. First, I'm grateful to Heavenly Parent for allowing me to wake up today and giving me another day in my life. It is a daily miracle that we receive from Heavenly Parent that we sometimes take for granted. Second, I'm grateful to true parents for all their hard works and sacrifices in fulfilling the Heavenly Parent's will and for setting a living example of how it is to live for the sake of others. And third, I'm thankful to all our leaders who work hard to support our true parents in attaining world peace and uniting the whole world as one family under our Heavenly Parent. And fourth, I'm grateful to all our elders who invested so much effort in the front line. Thank you so much for laying the foundation so that it is much easier for us younger members of the movement to do frontline missions like fundraising and witnessing at this time. Fifth, I'm grateful to my ancestors for preparing the path for me to meet our true parents at this time and age. And sixth, I'm grateful to all my elders, brothers and sisters here in Bohol for helping me grow my heart. Thank you so much, most especially to our center leader, Ate Judy Lumod, for all your guidance. Then seventh, I'm grateful to all frontliners, especially the medical practitioners who worked hard and tirelessly to develop the vaccine against the COVID-19. And eight, I'm grateful to the scientists, engineers, and all people who developed the technology that we are using now in our national morning devotion and all our online activities. They have helped a lot so that we can manage to stay connected despite the pandemic. And nine, I'm grateful to my IAYSB family for giving me the opportunity to go out of my comfort zone and take ownership of my individual portion of responsibility in the Providence through fulfilling my current mission as a media and publications officer of IAYSP Bohol. And then, lastly, I'm grateful to all the people who made possible this national morning devotion, from our technical staff to all participants in the Zoom, and most especially to our national leader, Reverend Dr. Leo Angelo Halog. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you so much, Mr. Patrick, for sharing your 10 points of gratitude. So it is very important to really think everything that what is happening in our lives, especially the good things. And yes, once again, let's give him a virtual applause. Thank you so much. And now I'm very proud and honored to welcome this person to render us a song with a very passionate heart to really offer. Let us welcome the advisor of IAYSP Lucena chapter, no other than Mr. Ruel Galit. Let's welcome him with a virtual applause.
Merry Christmas to everyone. Pasko na naman, ngunit wala ka pa. Hanggang kailan kaya ako'y maghihintay sa'yo? Bakit ba naman kailangan lumisan pa? Ang tanging ngayon ko lang ay makapiling ka. Sana yung gusto ay maalala mo pa rin ako. Hinahanap-hanap pag-ibig mo. At kahit wala ka nun, nangangarap at umaasa pa rin ako. Muling makita ka ka sa araw ng Pasko. Pasko na naman, ngunit wala ka pa. Hanggang kailan kaya ako'y maghihintay sa'yo? Bakit ba naman kailangan lumisan pa? Ang tanging angat ko lang ay makapiling ka. Sana ngayong Pasko ay maalala mo pa rin ako. Hinahanap-hanap pag-ibig mo. At kahit wala ka na, nangangarap at umaasa pa rin ako. Muling magkita ka at magkasama ka sa araw ng Pasko. Sana ngayong Pasko ay maalala mo pa rin ako. Hinahanap-hanap pag-ibig mo. At kahit wala ka na, nangangarap at umaasa pa rin ako. Muli makita ka at magkasama ka sa araw ng Pasko. Sa iyong Pasko.
Wow, thank you so much, Sir Ruel, for letting us feel the essence of Christmas despite of this pandemic. So I hope that our international members understand the lyrics, but please explain it, our Sir Ruel. Thank you so much. And now, let us prepare ourselves. The main part of this virtual gathering. Without further ado, let us welcome the national leader to give us the morning guidance. Let us welcome Reverend Leo Angelo Halog. Let's welcome him with a virtual applause.
Thank you very much, our sister Abby. First, I would like to greet our Heavenly Parent and True Parents. Good morning, our Heavenly Parents and True Parents. To all our beloved leaders, Chandu families, Pasando families, blood brothers and sisters, good morning to all of you. And welcome once again to our National Morning Devotion. And thank you very much to all our IAYSP officers, brothers and sisters for leading today's morning devotion. And we can now feel the spirit of Christmas through the song of our brother Ruel. Thank you very much, Ruel, for offering that really wonderful song, and also for the 10 points of gratitude that was offered to us. Thank you so much, once again, brothers and sisters. This time, really there are a lot of challenges despite this, because of this pandemic. Yes, last night actually you maybe have seen the video. We were also in the news because of some of our brothers and sisters at our headquarters were infected with COVID-19. And so anyway, we hope that everything will be okay soon, and let us really pray for their quick recovery. They are brought to quarantine facility in Quezon City because that's their protocol in Quezon City, but they are all okay, and they are recovering. They're recovering now. So they were brought to different places. There are places for sisters and also for brothers, but they are okay in the area, and then they are really doing their best to recover quickly. Let's continue to pray for everyone's quick recovery. and also all other brothers and sisters who were infected. We have some brothers and sisters who are infected, so our prayers can really help them a lot. You know, in different places now, COVID-19, different LGU, they have their different protocols. So in Quezon City, quite strict there because also of so many cases. Actually, in Quezon City, there are 37 cases, same as us. That you know, big facility, and then some numbers were infected. So that is the situation in our area, in our headquarters. Tomorrow they will all be tested in the area. So we hope that it will not add anymore. And then those who will be remaining in headquarters, then yeah, they can offer also some conditions of devotion. So for not only for brothers and sisters in HQ, but for all brothers and sisters. Yeah. Anyway, the parents is with us, so let's just continue to offer our devotion and our prayer. So this morning, I would like to share with you yeah, so today I would like to share from True Mother's autobiography, from True Mother's memoir. I would like to share this topic entitled "The Mother's Hand Soothes Stomach Ache." Yeah, okay, so let's study these words of True Mother. So Mother said, "A mother will walk towards a fiery pit without hesitation to save her child. Mommy, my stomach hurts." When a child complains of stomach ache, his mother lays him on her lap and rubs his tummy without a single word. Her hands may be gnarled and rough, but in a few moments, the child feels better. This may be a simple approach, but it is a practice based on love. We all dimly remember our mother's warm touch. This is the very touch with which I long to embrace all of humankind as Mother of the Universe and Mother of Peace. As we know from our own experience, a mother hears her child's cry very clearly, and she has no thought but to quickly run to her child. This is because a mother's love and attention are directed solely towards her children. A mother will walk through a fiery pit without hesitation to save her child. So maybe with these words of True Mother, we can remember when we were young, all of us, how really important, even me, when I was young, even though I couldn't be with my mother long time, but with my grandmother, from 6 years old, I was with my grandmother. I always remember this whenever I have some pain or sickness in my body, my stomach is painful or anywhere part of my body. Just when my mother, when I was younger, and then when my grandmother just touch, you know, like I feel at ease and like the pain immediately gone. So this is simple, Mother said, but this may be a simple approach, but it is a practice based on love. Really, what heals us the most is because of the love of a mother, right? So truly, this is a very important point. So especially our mothers now, they can understand very clearly what True Mother is talking about or sharing this morning. But of course, for the husbands, also sometimes we can really see how focused our wives also. That's why Mother is saying here, as we know from our own experience, a mother hears her child's cry very clearly, and she has no thought but to quickly run to her child. This is because a mother's love and attention are directed solely towards her children. So a mother will walk through a fiery pit without hesitation to save her child. So this is the heart of a mother. So True Mothers sharing to us, especially our True Mothers, the Mother of the Universe, as the Mother of all humanity. What kind of heart True Mother has, right? True Mother wanted to embrace all her children. That's why mother in the coming slides, mother said that she could feel the pain of each individual, each person on earth. So mother can feel that. So this is the heart of a mother in our own family, our wife, right? For the husbands. You can see how much, just even though, for example, your house is up and down, when the baby cries, even if in the second floor, immediately the mother, without hesitation, just the baby cried. So that is the heart of the mother. Really, that heart that is really bonded with the child, really centering on true love. Really, the mother can sacrifice anything to save her child. So our true mother is going through unimaginable course, right? To save all humanity. This is the heart of our beloved true mother. Just to save all human beings without anyone left behind. This is the heart of our true mother. So our mothers can really understand maybe more than the husbands, right? So this is the heart of our beloved true mother. So that's why we would like also to do our best to support true mother and really accomplish this dream, this goal. This is our heavenly parents' dream. Ju, mother said, health is more important for our happiness. Koreans often pray for Chongbok, which means living in happy contentment even without possessions or power. Health is most important for our happiness. We have a saying, if you lose your possessions, you have lost little. If you lose your reputation, you have lost a lot. But if you lose your health, you have lost everything. So I will just connect my charger. So mother said, taking these words very seriously, I have long pondered over the secret of good health. It is not easy for anyone to live their entire life without ever getting sick. So, this is really important what mother is sharing today. What is the most important in our happiness? All people wanted to be happy, right? But actually, health is most important for our happiness. In Korea, mother said that people are praying for Chongbok, which means living in happy contentment, even without possessions or power. So it's not, only by having a position or power that can make a person happy. We can see many people are on the, they are holding high positions in every aspect. They have a lot of money, all external things. Actually, they're not happy. So mother is emphasizing today that really health is most important for our happiness. For brothers and sisters who have experienced serious sickness, you can really, understand clearly what mother is saying. Just even, being hospitalized, maybe for a few days, you're going to see that everything, like you cannot do anything if you are not healthy. How can you be happy if you are not healthy? Of course, this time, really not easy. That's why we have to really take care because also of, this virus. This is beyond the capacity of our natural, immune system. If only people living, in accordance to God's will, actually people will not going to suffer serious, health situations, especially also if people could take care the environment, because now because of the evilness that is in this world, people created, different kinds of sickness that never existed before, that goes beyond the capacity of our immune system to, to overcome. Kaya nagkaroon ng mga vaccine, all other medicines, because of, human beings lost the original idea. So everything is affected. And then because of the evilness that is existing in this world, people always think of themselves. They created things just to, make money, make business, but for the sacrifice of others. So because of these things, right? So people, it's not really easy. So in our situation now, even how much we are trying our best, right? So still, you can be infected. You can be infected with this virus. So this is the situation. That's why it's not only about our own, way to take care now, but really have to pray a lot and really do a lot of conditions and devotions, because this is really beyond our physical body's capacity, this virus, right? So really, that's why mothers today emphasizing really health is the most important for our happiness. So that's why we have a saying, mother said, if you lose your possessions, you just lost a little. If you lose your reputation, you have lost a lot. But if you lose your health, you have lost everything. We have to really take care talaga of our health. Of course, this virus is beyond sa kan natin, but we have to strengthen our immune system. Yeah, this is also, this requires self-discipline. Kasi minsan, because of our desire of eating, we cannot control our body. Kahit ano kinakain natin, anything, our body. That's why self-discipline, self-control is important to maintain a good health, right? It's really important to maintain a good health. We cannot just, eat anything that even it will not really help us. Yeah, all of us actually sometimes, because of our, desire, sometimes of food, we cannot control. But, especially during this time, we have to really do our best and really keep a healthy body. Aju, so taking these words, mother said very seriously, I have long pondered over the secret of good health. It is not easy for anyone to live their entire life without ever getting sick. So that's why lahat naman ng tao po nagkakasakit talaga. There are times talagang nagkakasakit. So true mother is really, long time pondering, sabi niya, over the secret of good health. What is the secret of good health? How can we maintain a healthy body? This is very important to know and understand, right? As you know, our true mother, she's doing, continuous exercises, really keeping her health very well. So also we are praying for our true mother's good health. So that's why it's important today we can learn from our beloved true mother. Mother said, as a mother of peace, I had no choice but to put that vocation aside. During my early life, I saw many people suffering from malnutrition or whose lives were broken by injury or disease. At age 16, when I entered St. Joseph's Nursing School, I felt joy and pride, knowing I had found exactly what I needed to do. However, in taking on the mission of the Mother of Peace, I had no choice but to put that vocation aside. While traveling around the world, I saw many children who could have become healthy if they had better care. Some lost their sight, some had limbs amputated because they could not treated in time. So, really this is very important. How important really proper treatment for people. Actually people can live a longer life. We can see from some advanced nations, right? Like Japan, America, we can see because they are really taking care of their health. The food they are eating, they have good medical, facilities, and then really very good medical care in some countries. So people are, 70, 80 years old. This is just like their normal age. Still, they're strong. People in their 70s, in their 80s. So, napaka-importante. So, True Mother said that she traveled, like, many impoverished countries, mga mahihirap na country, very poor medical, care. That's why instead of people still can live long, but because of this poor medical, care, facilities that they have, then what happens? Mother said that some people lose their sight because of this poor medical treatment. Some had limbs amputated, yung mga pinutol yung paa, kamay, or other parts of the body because of lack of, medical technology and, really facilities. And then also the knowledge of the medical practitioners, maybe in some impoverished areas, may hirap na bansa. So they couldn't really even treat it on time. So how much True Mothers, the Mother of Peace, thinking about all these things in the world, as True Father and True Mother, they traveled all over the world. They could see all these situations, right? Especially in Africa, how painful it is to our beloved True Mother. That's why True Mother said when she was studying, when she studied like in the nursing school, like she was so happy knowing that like she like found exactly what she needed to do. But however, standing in the position as a Mother of Peace, True Mother needs to set aside that vocation. But True Mothers, the Mother of Peace, as the Mother of the universe needs to think about the whole world, all humanity, right? So this is what true parents have taught from the very beginning, how to really save all people, how to give all people good life. So thinking about also the situation of health of people. Many people are really suffering from malnutrition, whose lives were broken by injury or disease because of this. No one is really taking care. The government in these countries also, as the leaders also are just, living selfishly. They're not really thinking of the situations of the people in their nations, right? So we're going to think about this. Our true parents, our true mother, right? So true mother needs to set aside her vocation of the time and we think about how to give good life to all humanity of the world. So mother said that, I feel the pain of each person as my own pain. This pain remains as a deep knot in my heart. I want to be the mother who can embrace all people who are ill, physically and spiritually. When we endure a toe, we feel the pain throughout our entire body. As the mother of one family under God, I feel the pain of each person as my own pain. Having fallen ill myself in countries not my own, I know what it means to be a foreigner in need of medical care. Thus, it was with great joy and satisfaction that Father Moon and I decided to realize the dream I had when I attended nursing school, to establish an international hospital in Korea where all people can receive expert spiritual and physical care and feel a mother's touch. So that's why, because of their true mother and true father's heart of longing to give good medical, care to all the people who are sick, so they established the hospital in Korea, the Chongshim International Hospital, right? So mother is explaining here that as the mother of the universe, as the mother of one family under God, true mother can really feel the pain of each person as her own pain. Tayo po as parents, when we have children, when we have a lot of, lalo na those who have a lot of children, even one has sickness, or how painful it is for a father and for a mother. You can really feel how much that you even wish that that pain just can be transferred to you, right? Not to your child. So this is the heart of our beloved true mother. As she goes around and see the situation of people everywhere, people are suffering. Can you imagine the heart of our beloved sickness, the suffering of people? So mother said that this pain remains as a deep knot in my heart. I want to be the mother who can embrace all people who are ill, physically and spiritually. Not only people who are suffering physically, but even spiritually. True mother wants to heal completely all humanity. This is the heart of our beloved true parents. So that's why they have established this international hospital in Korea. The Chongshim International Hospital now has a different name. So mother said, health does not simply mean having a sturdy body. When we get sick, from the depth of our hearts, we yearn for our mother's warm touch. However, our mother is not always near us. To provide the mother's touch, after receiving permission to build in 1999, we opened the Chongshim International Medical Center, now called the H.J. Magnolia International Medical Center, in 2003. It overlooks Chongpyong Lake, where the waters are clear and the mountains are beautiful. The medical center is not a typical hospital. Beyond providing excellent standard treatments, we focus on the true meaning of health. Health does not simply mean having a sturdy body. An original human being has mind and body united in harmony. So mother said, actually, this is the only hospital. There's no other in the world. So focus with the physical and also spiritual. Did you know that our beloved president now, President Rodrigo Duterte, were once had an examination check in our hospital in Korea. There's a picture there because there's one Filipino staff that time also assisted our President Duterte. That time he's not a president yet. I think he's still a mayor of Davao that time. But he could have the experience when he was in Korea, and then he have some, I think, sickness or needed to be checked. So he went to, it was advised to him to go to this hospital because this is very good hospital, our hospital. Can you imagine? Our president now had an experience to be treated in our own hospital. So actually there's foundation. Really amazing how the spiritual world is working. So our hospital, you know, that's why because of True Mothers, really thinking how to heal people who are seriously ill. So this is not only, you know, healing the physical body, as what Mother is saying here. Health does not simply mean having a sturdy body. An original human being has mind and body united in harmony. That's why it's really important, unity between mind and body. Also, healthy mind, not only healthy body. Everything begins in the mind, right? So whenever Mother is saying here, whenever we are sick, immediately we yearn for our mother. Yeah, minsan kaya, not only the children, even sometimes we are already aging. For example, we are old, but still with our mother still alive. Always we long for our mother when we get sick, right? Namimiss natin yung mama natin. Lalong-lalo na yung mama natin. We remember when we were young. I remember when I got sick anytime. So, you know, my mother and also my grandmother, they provide everything when we are sick. Like we feel like sometimes when we are sick, when we are young, like being sick is like comfort for us because palaging nandyan yung nanay natin. Our mother is always with us. We always feel the love of our mother, right? Really, that's why always the mother is being laging hinahanap ng mga anak. So really how important the mother is. Our True Mother wanted to be, you know, extend her hand to all people of the world and really take care of them very well and heal them. So that's why True Parents established this amazing hospital. Combines the highest, you know, technology ang hospital natin. And then not only physical, focus on physical, but even spiritual healing. Focusing on how help patient to have united mind and body so that they can be healed completely. This is very important to understand, right? Mother said here, the harmony of our mind and body is an important agent of healing. Thus, unification medical science is based on the principles of truth and spirit of love. The H.J. Magnolia International Medical Center is the first facility to develop and implement this new model. Doctors and nurses from various nations take care of patients with a motherly heart in the midst of beautiful natural surroundings, which are heaven's gifts. They are answering a question that has been neglected until now. Does faith in God truly enhance our health? The answer to this question is not difficult. For good health, the harmony of our mind and body is an important agent of healing, and faith is what allows us to realize that harmony. The H.J. Magnolia International Medical Center not only uses state-of-the-art medical techniques, but it is also the first full-scale hospital to integrate spiritual healing in the prevention and treatment of disease. Behind this are my prayers for the physical and spiritual salvation of all people so that none may be orphans. Really amazing, our hospital. And also it is situated in, you know, the original Garden of Eden in Champyong, where True Mother is praying directly. So anybody who will be, you know, confined, that will be confined in that hospital, they are part of True Mother's prayer. They become part, of course, True Mother is praying for all people of the world, right? But most importantly, being there in that hospital, and of course, it's not also cheap to be pandoon, but I think also some members of the Philippines, they have experience, especially international couples, they even experience giving birth to that hospital. I think even some of our members in the Philippines really have experienced that. So really, this is the first model sabing True Mother. This is not only, this is a combination of, you know, state-of-the-art medical technique, one of the highest in the world, and also spiritual healing. So there is some questions having True Mother that does faith in God truly enhance our health? Of course, some people, they doesn't, you know, believe, they just consider through science, but actually some people who are faithful, they believe, right? Naniniwala sila. So some people who are just focused on science, they're asking, does faith in God truly enhance our health? Mother said, the answer to this question is not difficult. For good health, the harmony of our mind and body is an important agent of healing. And faith is what allows us to realize that harmony. So, sabi ni Mother, harmony of mind and body is very important agent of healing. Pero to unite our mind and body, what we need is faith. That's why our belief to God, our faith in God, it allows us. Without faith in God, our mind and body cannot be united. And then, that's why our health will be vulnerable. Kapag hindi united ang mind and body natin, right? That's why united mind and body, this is very important, especially when you are in serious sickness. Maraming pumapasok sa mind mo, right? Anytime you can die, you can go to the spiritual world. Many negative things comes to your mind. But, if, with our faith to Heavenly Parent, and then we can harmonize our mind and body. It fast track, mas mabilis yung paggaling natin. Kaya nakadepende, sabi ng mga tao, it will take time. There are miracles. This is not just miracles, but because this is, we united our mind and body through our faith. So once we unite our mind and body, our healing will be faster. That's why now, brothers and sisters who are experiencing also, this COVID-19, who are infected with COVID-19 or any other sickness, right? So that's why our faith to Heavenly Parents is very important, right? It really helps us to heal more quickly whatever sickness we are experiencing now. That's why unity between mind and body, and this harmony can only be done. It can only come together through our faith to our Heavenly Parent. Jew, really very important. That's why in our hospital, that's why people who will be confined doon, they can easily be healed because of this. Not aside from this state-of-the-art medical techniques and facilities we have, and also the care of the doctors and nurses, like Mother, this like Mother's touch, and at the same time, the spiritual healing that being integrated to our hospital. That's why anybody who will be admitted or being treated in our hospital can easily get healed. Aju, this is what True Mother wants. This is what True Parents wanted, to provide this highest facility and medical treatment to all people of the world. This is the heart of our True Mother. So Mother said, we must take care of our health when we are healthy. Wow, when I read this, long time, even from long time ago, really amazing. Some people, they just started to take care of their health when they started to get sick. So Mother said, we must take care of our health when we are healthy. Most of the time, we tend to ignore that simple fact. In our busy lives, we can easily forget to take care of our mind and body. God gave us the blessing to be fruitful. That means to have spiritual, psychological, and physical health. The mission of HJ Magnolia International Medical Center is to enable people to achieve that joy. So really, we have to expand our understanding. Sabi ni True Mother, God gave us the blessing to be fruitful. To be fruitful this means to have spiritual, psychological, and physical health. This is the meaning of to be fruitful, Mother said. That's why while we are healthy, we need to take care of our health. Some people, kapag nagkaroon na lang sila ng serious sickness, saka lang sila naging very careful sa health nila. Kaya tayo po lahat, all of us, we have to really understand what True Mother is saying today. While we are healthy, we have to take care of our health. Hindi kapag nagkasakit na po tayo ng serious, saka pa tayo mag-start na magkaroon ng precaution sa buhay natin. Right? Mag-start tayo to take care of our health. That's why sabi ni True Mother, most of the time, we tend to ignore that simple fact. In our busy lives, we can easily forget to take care of our mind and body. That's why most important, we need to keep not only keeping our body healthy, but most importantly, keeping our mind healthy. Right? Everything begins in the mind. If our mind will be healthy, then it will help our body to be more healthy. Right? And then through the unity of our mind and body, centering on our Heavenly Parent, then we can have physical, psychological, and spiritual health. Then we can live, a better life. Aju? That's why True Mother said, that's why the only way for us to really be fully happy to be truly be happy is to have this spiritual, psychological, and physical health. This is the true human being. This is what God's original desire for human beings to be healthy spiritually, psychologically, physically. Ngayon, what is our serious problem now? Not only physical health of people, psychological health, mental health. That's why because of this pandemic, right, the rate of suicide increases, exponentially in many countries. So, very poor mental health, right? And then also spiritual health of people. That's why because also of this pandemic, people started to pray again, to go back to their faith, because of this. So what really happened? So actually, Heavenly Parents is trying to really bring us to His original ideal, where human beings can live well, having spiritual health, psychological health, and physical health. That's why when we talk about taking care of our health, it's not only talking about physical health, taking care of our spiritual health, our mind, right? This is very important, especially during this time. That's why today True Mother is really reminding us very clearly, especially during this time of pandemic. Hindi lang po mga tao sa labas, even us sometimes. We have maybe some experience, some brothers and sisters, like even losing hope because of this situation. Especially, when you were infected with this virus, minsan hindi lang ikaw. Kasi ito, you are living together with your family. Maybe some blessed families, the entire family were infected. During these situations, really, you will really be challenged. We are really challenged in our mind, our faith, right? Our spiritual, situation, sometimes being shaken. So that's why all people now are experiencing this. But with the guidance of true parents, true mother, we can understand clearly. And then we know what to do. What is most important to focus on. That's why the health, our mental health, spiritual health, really unity between mind and body is very important agent for healing, Mother said. And then they can only become one through our faith. Raju, how to unite mind and body? Really, without Heavenly Parent, we cannot unite our mind and body. Raju, so today Mother is reminding us we have to take care of our health while we are healthy. Right? While we are healthy, hindi kapag nagkasakit lamang po, doon pa mag-start na i-take care ang health. So this is really very good reminder for all of us. So Mother said, medical treatment. Lack of medication sometimes leads to amputation, blindness, or even the loss of life. My husband and I established the HJ Magnolia Global Medical Foundation in the hope of relieving some of this suffering. Its purpose is to serve as a foundation for humankind to achieve total health, to provide everything from voluntary medical services in impoverished areas to enlightenment as to the cause of disease and path of true health. Really, our true mother, our true parents have really invested and worked so much to really save people and really give good life to humanity. All aspects, true mother nisip nila. Really, they are the true parents of humanity, right? Even, hospital, I really hope that also we can have, actually during this time of pandemic, ang hirap magpa-hospital. That's why very difficult to have emergencies this time. Ako kaya iniisip ko rin, I hope we can also have our own hospital someday. And then I'm grateful that we have some members, mga doctors, this time when we have some situations, I could call, we can ask, medical advices. We have some doctors, Dr. Biloria, also si Doc Janet, also even she's not medical doctor, but she knows a lot and she's helping. And then now we have some second generations also who are studying, taking medical course, like I think the daughter of our Kuya Nono, and also the son of Kuya Ray. I'm really thinking also one day, not only in our nation, but this is what true parents wanted. This is what Heavenly Parents wanted. People can actually extend their life if they can receive proper medical treatment. But because many nations, especially in Africa, even Mother mentioned Southeast Asia, in our country, in the Philippines, many couldn't really receive. when you go to public hospital, buti nga ngayon, in the time of our President Duterte, many, development in the medical facilities. Before really, we have experience, halos lahat siguro tayo may experience when you go to public hospital. Instead of you will be healed, the more na lalala pa yung sakit mo pag pumunta ka sa public hospital. Instead of, kaya because of this lack of medical treatment, that's why the heart of our heavenly parent, the heart of our beloved true parents, that's why our true mother. That's why also I'm really, during this time of pandemic, I could also experience going to hospital. I could see the difficulty, also how much I'm longing. Katulad din po natin. So if we can have our own hospital, magkaroon tayo ng magandang hospital, then also priority our blood central families. When our blood central families got sick, they can receive proper treatment, right? Really, our true parents is thinking about this. Kaya tayo rin, as true parents extension, I'm really hoping also many of our second generation, young generations, can go to the medical field also. And then one day, why not, right? We can have our own hospital. And then we can really treat well our blessed families, our brothers and sisters, not only us, but we can treat well, poor people. This is the heart of our heavenly parent. This is the heart of our beloved true parents. Truly amazing. So let's really have great vision. Let's have vision in accordance with heavenly parents' work, right? In heavenly parents' desire. Our true parents, dream. I really hope, I have four children. We are discussing also with my wife. I hope also one of them can go to later on, can study and can go to the medical field, right? If we can have many second generation, young generations, or medical doctors or nurses, then, we can find a way. We can, make our own hospital one day. Why not? Right? We can make our own hospital and treat well our members, our blood central families, our Chonbo families. Our members also are getting old. Our pioneers, our elders, they're getting old. Right? If you don't have, enough money, and then you got sick, wow, really very difficult. When you go to public hospital, really instead of your life can be extended, you become even, stressed in that hospital when you go to public hospitals, especially during this time. But if you can be taken care of well, right, then we can extend life. We can have longer life. That's why really, this is the vision of our true parents. That's why they have established our hospital in Korea. Right? Also in Japan, we have also hospital in Japan. So I really hope that all nations later on can have their own hospital. We can have our own hospital that can, integrate not only physical healing, but even spiritual healing. This is the most important, and then we can really extend people's life. People can be more healthy. Amazing, our true parents, right? Really, let's really have great vision. We have many young people in the Philippines. Really, that's why whatever we can really contribute in what aspects to really make this world really kingdom of heaven. Aju, kaya kung ano yung talent natin, how much true parents is investing for young generations. Right? So we can use, all our talents, but of course, first and foremost is our life of faith, our love to our heavenly parent and true parents. Yan ang pinakauna sa lahat. And then, whatever anong talent natin, we can use everything to make this world a better place for the future generation. Aju? So we are the ones who are going to make it happen. So let's really understand deeply true parents' heart, the heart of our beloved true mother. And then, we can receive really clear answers, what really God wanted to do in our life, especially our young generations. Sometimes we are confused what to do in our life, right? But be living together with heavenly parents, with true parents now, we have to just really pray deeply and really open our heart, our mind, and then for sure heavenly parents will tell you what you can do best, what you can contribute best in making Chunilguk, in making kingdom of heaven realized on earth. Aju? That's why I really pray for the success of our brothers and sisters who are also going this time in the medical field. I hope we can have more young brothers and sisters who can study. And then later on, we will going to establish our own hospital. Aju, and then we can treat well, especially our elders. Can you imagine if we can have hospital also in the Philippines? Mga elders natin, when they need to be hospitalized, and we can taking care of them very well, right? And then all our hospitals have parents' picture, have holy songs, all the rooms. Can you imagine that? Very easy to heal, brothers and sisters. Wow, so let's really have this great vision that one day we can also have our hospital in the Philippines. And then we can really heal quickly our plus families, our brothers and sisters, and also all people. That's really, this one way that people can see the love of Heavenly Parent, can feel the love of our Heavenly Parent and our true parents. Really, today was truly inspiring, right, with this guidance of our beloved true mother. So I really pray for everybody's healthy. Let's continue to pray for the healing of all brothers and sisters. Really, Heavenly Parents and true parents is with us. Don't worry so much, right? So let's really move as one and truly realize Heavenly Parents' dream. Aju, so let's really appreciate our Heavenly Parents and true parents for their guidance today, our true mother. So once again, I really pray for all our Dasano families, brothers and sisters, to be always well and healthy, especially during this time of pandemic. Thank you so much. May Heavenly Parents have and blessings be always upon you. Let's have a great day today. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you so much po, Reverend Leo Angelo, for reminding us about these things. So let us take care of our health while we are still healthy, my beloved brothers and sisters. So let us give a virtual applause to our Sir Leo Angelo Halog. Now let us proceed to the reflections. So I believe that they could really relate about this topic for this morning devotion. Let us welcome one of the powerful sister that I've known this past few days. And she is from Japan Task Force. Let us welcome our sister, Cherry Lou Peñaflor. Let's welcome her with a virtual applause.
Good morning to our heavenly parents and true parents, to all Trumbo families, blessed families, elders, brothers, and sisters. First and foremost, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our heavenly parents and true parents, most especially for our gift of life and for this opportunity. And also to our very hardworking and very passionate national leader, Reverend Dr. Leo Angela. Thank you so much for always giving us an incredible guidance every day that really stimulates and cultivates our heart. And also, on behalf of IYSP Lasana Center, we would like to express our heartfelt gratitude for this opportunity. And today's morning message po that really strikes me the most, that when True Mother said, a mother will walk through a fire pit without hesitation to save her child. And my heartfelt gratitude to our heavenly parents and true parents, most especially to our beloved true mother, that despite of her physical limitation, that despite of her age, she really did her utmost best and sincerity to fulfill our heavenly parents' will, to save even 1/3 of the population of our humanity. That's why we are very grateful to our beloved true mother that she really reminded us that health is very important, and health is more important for our happiness. That's why every day, always keep on praying for the fast eradication of the virus as soon as possible, and for always for the good health and protection. Because every day we always keep we're doing frontline mission, and we all know that at this moment it's very risky because of the virus. But still, because of our firm faith and firm determination to our heavenly parents and true parents, we can really feel that we are very protected. And that's why we're always praying for the total healing of all the people of really suffering right now because of the virus. And that's why, because of having a sacrificial heart of our beloved true mother, as me as I'm going to be a mother in the future, it is really a great preparation for me on how I could truly develop my parental heart. And my heartfelt gratitude to our beloved mother because she is my role model. And despite of all the difficulties and circumstances that have been experienced um, in my life of faith, still my firm faith and firm determination, most especially my motivation, it's the one that's really holds it's how to say it's really the one that holds me on not giving up on my mission, and that's why every day we're so much grateful, and every day must always take good care of ourselves. And today, we'll be reminded that we must be healthy internally and externally. Because when we always keep our mind and body healthy, we can really become victorious for whatever missions that we have. That's why every day must always offer our hard works and sacrifices to our heavenly parent and true parents. And I can really say na still, I am really far from the standard of our beloved true parents, but I'm always doing my best, my utmost best sincerity to fulfill my portion of responsibility. And this is the best way right now that we can really offer something to support our beloved true mother. That's why every day we're always offering a courage to our heavenly friend and true parents. And it's really a great opportunity for all of us to develop ourselves internally and externally and always keep our mind and body healthy always. So that will be all my reflection for this day. Thank you so much po, and please always stay and healthy. Thank you so much po.
Yes, thank you so much, Ate Che, for sharing your reflection, your realization. Yes, it is very true that health is more important for our happiness. So thank you so much for true mother, to all the mother out there really taking care of their children. So for the next person that will give her reflection, I hope and I believe that she gathered all her courage to give the reflection. I invite the Deputy Secretary General of IAYS Pilipinas. She is from Bohol, no other than Miss Jade Espejo. Let us welcome her with a virtual applause.
Hello po. Am I audible?
Yes po.
Okay. Good morning, Heavenly Parents and True Parents. Good morning, Sir and L, leaders, of elders, brothers, and sisters. Good morning. So, last night I was asking people if sino gusto mag-reflect for today's devotion, pero I've been rejected a lot of times, so I volunteered myself to reflect for this morning. And I do think that the guidance is really for me because it's about good health. I mean, it's for everyone, but for my experience, I'm not really taking great care to my health. So, yun po. I really do think na itong guidance na tayo is really for me. And so, yes, I will be sharing my reflection. Your mother really stated clearly na it is really important to take good care of our health, and it is the most important part for our happiness. And um, for my experiences alive, I've never had this healthy body. I've been in and out of the hospital quite a lot, so mm, I can I can uh, I always have this parang guilt inside, especially nung I've met the movement, and then yun, na-hospitalize. Na-admit kasi parang na-overwork, and I didn't really take good care of my health. So, uh, as the time goes by dun sa hospital, parang every day stressful siya for me. Like, instead of making myself healthy again, parang, oh my gosh, dahil pinabayaan ko yung health ko, ganito na nangyari, maraming na dadamay, and parang yung providence is the problem, ganun, ganun. And, yun, parang I always keep on blaming myself for not keeping my health. And today, our Sir L gave us the secret of good health. So not just, physical body, but also it is important for um psychological, spiritual, and also physical health. So spiritual, dapat talaga mag-unite yung mind and body. And I can testify na if we're not able to unite our mind and body, parang yes, contradicting siya, and it will lead to problems, especially parang mag-lead siya directly sa psychological, kasi makakause siya ng anxiety or ganun po, parang contradicting of two thoughts. So, yes, parang connect-connect lang siya from spiritual, and then psychological, you're thinking, and then dahil parang depressed ka na or anxiety, ganun, that will lead to physical health. So doon na lumalabas yung mga sakit-sakit like fever and yung mga common ailments. And yes po. So for today's for today, I really determined myself na dapat talagang ingatan po natin ang ating health. And yeah, this is not just for ourselves, but also if pag healthy po tayo, marami po tayong magagawa. So not just in our everyday life na parang personal, but also for the providence. And stay well po, brothers and sisters. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much, Sister Jade. So see, there's a reason why God needs you to reflect today. So yes, it's our health. Health is very important, but of course, our faith also to Heavenly Parent is very important. Once again, thank you so much, Sister Jade. Let's give her a virtual applause. So there's a volunteer na mag-reflect po. So I was very young at the movement when I met this person. So let us welcome our elder to give and share his reflection, our Tatay Alan Cadano. Let's welcome him with a virtual applause.
Good morning, everyone. Buhay Gusaymas, may buntag sa inyong tanan. I'm not really healthy at all, no? But as I'm in my recovery period, I have a chance to reflect more about health. One thing I always remember is about Demonim's lecture before when I was in my 40-day workshop in Chongpyeong. And accordingly, it starts with the stress. Stress. And what is stress? Why we could have stress? Demonim said, even in small corners where there are many things na bara-bara, nagkanda na lang, nagkanda yamukat, hindi na-arrange, hindi na nalinis, there are bad spirits in there. So we have to be clean. We have also to take care of our material things, even inside our room, in the kitchen, because the dirty places, there are evil spirits, which can also make us unhealthy. And then from stress, uh, we don't feel at ease, we don't feel comforted, we don't have comfort. So we become full of anxieties. That's according to Demonin. But also, I experience that. I feel that. Maraming nagkakalat-kalat and I don't feel good. Hard to feel good. But it's always good to feel good. So from stress, it goes down to anxiety. From anxiety, it goes down to depression. Now, when you are really depressed, it's difficult because it will torture your mind, your brain until you will become crazy. Now, why do we need to be healthy? Now, our national leader explained it well. And I agree with that. Through mother's explanation is believable and very good, very true. But the thing also is how. How? We are set to have our goal, like in fundraising, in the father's course, formula course. We have 7-year course for witnessing, 7-year course for fundraising. We have the goal. But it's not only with that external goal. Fundraising for 7 years, that's really difficult. But why it is set to have 7 years? It's only because of training. Training, not really to have millions of pesos. Because we also have another way of earning money. But the training in there is one very important. Why the training? Because we need to humble down ourselves. The goal is there to humble down. We have a goal for our HPM. Now, if you are alone in there, you feel stress. You have anxiety. You will have your depression. I experienced that when I was alone in mobilization. I cannot do it alone. And there is a time limit. So we need to have a companion. We know that you cannot do it alone. You have a companion. Go with your members, your friends, your spiritual children, and you can do it. Why? Because it's part of the blessing, not only individual. You have to have a good group, a good spiritual family, physical family, that you can work all together to reach that goal. This will make you healthy. You won't have the stress because you feel good, you feel better, you are happy. There are some people working with you, and it makes you really feel healthy. This is one good thing that I can share as I have experienced it well here. I'm still on recovery, but please be healthy, everyone. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you so much po, Tatay Alan. Be healthy po. Is there anyone pa po na gusto mag-reflect? Or wala na po? Okay, once again po, thank you so much for those people who've shared their reflections. And once again, let us take care of our health while we are still healthy. And thank you so much to our national leader who remind us about these things, especially to me. Thank you po, sir, for reminding me because it's I almost forgot about these things because it's more than a decade already. But yes, I miss also my mother. And in behalf of IAYSP San Pablo chapter, I would like to thank IAYSP Pilipinas for giving me an opportunity to do the MC for today's morning devotion. It is my honor to really see my brothers and sisters, especially my elders and leaders. So once again, thank you so much for everyone. So for the closing prayer, I would like to invite the IAYSP President of Cebu chapter, Miss Yani Mibato.
Good morning, everyone. Please join me in my prayer. Good morning to our most beloved heavenly parents and victorious true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. We are so blessed for today, Father, to receive such an inspiring words of our true mother, and we are thankful as well for this wonderful day and the gift of life you have bestowed upon us. As we close our morning devotion, we hope that the learnings today will become a driving force to move forward in God's providence. May everyone always be in their good health and strengthen our faith so that we can continue to do our individual portion of responsibilities. Thank you so much for everything, Heavenly Parents, and please continue to be with us and guide us always. All of these we humbly pray to you in behalf of my brothers and sisters, and in my name, many underas Mibato, a second generation and a daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Mibato from Central West family, Jew.
Drew, thank you so much for the heartfelt prayer, Miss Yani. Now let us have our individual prayer. Drew. So once again, everyone, thank you so much for attending for today's morning devotion. I am Abigail Estayani, and in behalf of IAYSP Pilipinas, have a great day to everyone. Good morning, everyone. Let's have our morning greetings po.
Morning po.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, everyone.
Oh, thank you so much.
Maraming
Okay.
Good morning. Gracias.
Morning, Kuya Alan.
Bless you.
So
Stay healthy.
much.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much. IEYSP Pilipinas.
Be healthy.
Take care. God bless.
Thank you
Be
po,
happy,
thank you.
everyone.
Thank you so much
Hopefully,
po.
pag-usapan natin yung mga health someday.